All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon,
Hi, doctor.
Afternoon, doctor.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we can.
doctor.
Okay. Good. Okay. Let's continue our sections on the array. Okay. Before I move to the lab sections this afternoon, I just want to complete the array chapters today. Wait, yeah. Let me record it. Okay. We have gone through the array part of it, and we take a look on the array functions. So if you go to the in the PHP manual, okay, you will notice that array function pretty pretty much is related to accepting the argument, right? Just like others programming. And those days in the PHP 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, slightly changed the method. You notice that all the array functions, they start with the array, okay? So we take some, if you want to know some of the functions that we can use in the PHP programming, you can refer to this manual, okay? So in these courses, we introduce some of the very useful array functions, okay? We no need to reinvent the wheel, but we try to use the existing functions, okay? Help us to carry out some tasks, okay? So these are some of the definitions that you can apply, okay, in your project later, okay, if you need it. So for the first and second, okay, sometimes we want to know whether the contents of the array is empty or not. So quite often we use is the key exists, okay, or is the key has been set. So both of these actually, it will return a true value if the key is set in the array, means that there's a contents in the array. Same to this one, if the key is set in the array, both actually having the same features, okay? So, and the third one, you want to count, okay, how many elements actually are there in the array. So you use the count functions. And because array, I did introduce the string, okay, and in the PHP, strings and arrays sometimes could be confusing. So you want to test whether it is an array or not, okay. For example, you do have the one variable AR here. So you want to test whether this is an array or a string. So if this is an array, it will return true if this variable is an array instead of a string. Okay. So there are few types of sorting method here. Each of them give you a different output. Okay. One sort is going to sort the array value. Remember, we do have the key and map to the value. Okay. So if you apply sort, it only sort the value, but the key is in the losing part. Okay. So K sort is a key sort, stand for K. Okay. So it's sort by key. A sort, or in this case, perhaps it should call V sort. Okay, value sort. So it sort by value and keeping the key associations, right? So it means it's going to sort in pair, but it comes with key value first. So, and then sometimes we can shuffle the, what they call this value in the, what they call array. We can use shuffle in this case, okay, as it is here. The same thing you can apply is set or not, okay, using ternary operators, okay, ternary operators. We do have a statement here, okay, if this is true, this will be printed. If this is false, this will be printed, okay. So I want to know whether this key is set or not in the ZA array, okay. So the name is there, that's why the name is set here. Otherwise, for the second one, ADDR, you couldn't find it, okay, it's in the ZA here, right? So the ADDR is not set, will be printed, okay? So both are checking the contents of your array. Okay, there's another important aspect here you must understand here, okay? Ternary operator is those introduced somewhere in the old methods, okay, old PHP versions. So these two actually having the same meaning. Nowadays we don't use this one anymore, we use this one, okay, but actually having the same meaning. So for the second one, we check against this statement. If yes, we come up with this one, okay, else we go for this one. So basically it's going to task remove this part. It's just saying that, okay, please assign these things to here, okay, if the statement is as it, else you assign this one to here, okay. So this is the what we call coalescing operators, okay. So you have to understand actually both are the same. And in future, you notice that we're going to use this one quite often. So you don't surprise what does mean by this one. You don't understand about this one, okay? Okay, right? So similar to this one, when you have the, okay, as I told you, when coming to PHP 7, we're just having these simplified versions, which is equivalent to the third. There are three components here, okay? It's the same thing, same, exactly the same, all right? Okay, right, so count, we try to see how this count function works here, okay? So I do have a data value assigned to key, value assigned to key here, okay? So I try to count it, then it will show that, oh, I do have two elements. Chunk is one of elements, this is another element. So I then test, is this array or not? Of course, ZA is an array, right? So that's why if you print here, ZA is an array. Okay, clear? Okay, these are another example that we use it for sorting here, right? So I try to assign, create the array. I assign to three value here, key value pair here. So if I try to print the R recursive, what I see is this one. Okay, this is the things I saw. Exactly same as the input sequence. So after I sort it, I sort the array, okay, and then I try to print again. You will notice that the sort actually is sort this part. Okay, it sort this part. Okay, and then the best thing is that you will never see your index anymore. It will replace with this number. All right, that is what we call a losing part. Okay, you will lose the key. So suppose C is a 1, number 2, and number 3 W. So it will sort according to this format. If we go for the K sort, okay, so the same thing by default, this is the output. You apply for K sort. K stands for key. So you notice that it will sort according to the key here. Okay. Suppose the C come first, and then followed by the name, and then also the T. Okay. So you notice that the value it will follow. Okay, it will follow for this one, but then we sort according to the key here. There's another sort called A sort. Okay, if you look at A sort, it will sort according to the value, but then the key will follow it. The key will follow it. So K sort and A sort is the opposite of it. One, it will what they call attach to the value or attach to the key. It will sort according to the whether the key or whether the value. A. That's why I say I don't like this A here. Perhaps change the V. It's much more meaningful, right? Okay, so you understand the difference between K sort and A sort. Okay, explode. This is very useful when you do some programming applications. Okay, assume that you do have a string here. Okay, this is a string now. This is not an array. So string with double quote here. You can break the string into smaller tokens. Okay, smaller tokens. You use explode functions, and you break this sentence according to the space. You might ask, can we break the sentence according to the others? What they call symbol or special character? Yes, correct. Yes, why not? You can try on it. Okay, so this one is white space. You can break with full stop with a comma. Up to you. Okay, you can up to you. Okay, so you try to exploit this the string into temporary and try to print the temporary. Okay, so basically actually you move it into the array. Exploit actually is an array functions. You move it into array, then you print it. You will notice that each of this token is in the what they call array arrangement. Okay, exploit. Okay, now we want to know what is the relationship between the HTTP and also the PHP array. So we come back to this figure again. Now, I hope you guys should familiar with these diagrams. You are sitting somewhere here. When you go through a request here, okay, go through the HTTP protocol, and when you reach your web server, okay. So when you reach a web server, go through a request and come back here, response cycle. So when you go through a request, okay, very often you put a URL www ABC and then question mark, okay, x equal to 2, comma y equal to 1. So there's one argument here. There's arguments after your URL. This URL, when you click enter in your URL, actually this value where it's sent. It goes through the request cycle, and this value is stored in the global variable, which is $_get. This is a global variable. It's going to store in the global variable before it executes the first line of your PHP instructions. Okay, I repeat again. When you have the browser, of course, you try to type www or fsktm, blah, 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 and then you see that sometimes you click a buttons here. Okay, when you load to the next page, you notice that in the URL here, there is something like continues the what you call arguments, question mark, a variable equal to some value, another variable some value. This component in the URL is going to send through the request cycle to your web server and store in the global variable at your web server. This is a default global variable. Of course, we do have others. Okay, I will introduce you a few more global variable when it comes to section and cookies. Okay, so for the timing, you guys need to know that this $_get is one of the global variable, especially when you do gaming. You know, when you play a game, for example. So if you want to play a game, okay, when there's a request, respond, a lot of request, respond, isn't it? For example, you try to guess a game, okay, what is the number, okay, so you try once, enter, okay, a text field, okay, you try to enter 5. This 5 actually sent to the server, and the server will check whether this 5 is true or not. If not, it will come back to you, no, it's wrong, so you need to change another input figure. It will respond to you, oh, your figure might be too big, so you input a smaller number 4, for example. This 4 send again. So this is a request, and come back telling you whether it's true or not is a response. Okay? So the value that you send in the text field, on the click button OK or send, it will send through the HTTP and hold by the global variable before the first PHP or the HTML statement is executed. This one will be put into the global variable first. Okay, that is the concept you need to understand. So for your informations, $_get is a global variable. If you can see here on this part, this is a URL here, and this is what I mentioned to you. Okay, this is the argument that will store in your global variable, which is this one. Okay, clear? But of course, not stored at this point. Okay, after you enter, this value is actually already stored before these statements execute. Before the first statement execute, it's already stored in your $_get here. There's one variable, a space here. Okay, it's an array. Okay, so it already store 2 here, 4 here. Okay, it is stored inside. So that's why when you try to print this thing, it will show these things. Okay, using R, it will print it. Okay, and then if you go and try to print this $_get, it will show you this thing. Why is arranged in a proper way? Because we use a pre-tag. Okay, pre-tag here. So the format, it will look like this. So if you try to use a var dump, I remember I told you guys, instead of using print R, you can use a var dump as well. Okay, so var dump, it will share with you more information about the structure, the information about the array or about the variable. So in this case, you will see there's additional information about the string here. Okay, there's a string here. Okay, the content you store in the array, this one they consider as a string in this case. So we know, okay, the data type is a string in this case. Okay, clear? Understood? Yeah? Okay, so that's all.
Doctor,
Yep.
the get method I usually use in search, like functions like search. Is that the same thing?
Again, I don't get you.
The get method I actually used before in search, searching function, like entering the search key, then search. It retrieves what you search about in products.
This one, no. This is different. This one actually is a global variable. It's different. Under $_get, this one you can't use it. This one is only you use it when you involve. You can't store. Okay, this one actually is you store when there's a request coming in. Of course, you can relate it to the search functions. You can create one text field and then you try to click search. Okay, you create a search. But then because what is the purpose for you to click this search button here? Because you want to send the value here through the HTTP. Okay, so from the browser to the server. So you want to search some information in the server, then you can use this one. All right, automatically through this part. But okay, clear? Okay, any other questions, guys? No, right? Okay, so we end out the sections. Here, discard, close. I want to stop share recording first. Okay, guys. I want you guys to do some things, yeah, in this lab here. Have you guys installed your XAMPP? Wait, I show you something. Where is it? Okay, let me see. Where is my lab practice? Okay, here. Lab. No, here. Right? Not this one. Give me a moment. I need to search for. Okay. Okay, guys. Window. Where is it? This one. Okay. I asked you guys to install the PHP and MySQL development environment. Okay. So there are a couple of choice you can work on it. Okay. If you're using Macintosh, you go for this one. But I never try for this one, frankly speaking. If you're using Macintosh, then you need to try on yourself. So because I'm still using Windows, so and in a window you can use for this one as well. Okay, but it's not advisable to be standardized. Everyone go for this one. Okay, so we're going to attach to the XAMPP. Okay, the whole development environment here in this case. Okay, so you try to go to this link to watch. Okay, how the author actually install this part, how it works. Okay, so now the thing is that I will show you some things. Okay, when you install, after you install successfully, okay, you suppose are going to see in your C folder, okay, in your C folder, right, your C folder, there's a SAMPP folder. Okay, install in that folder directly on the root. Okay, directly on the root. So I will show you some things. Give me a moment here. Yeah? Okay, right. I share with you the whole window better, easier. Why is it? Wait, okay, here. Okay, I stop sharing first. I want to share with you the whole things present now, the entire screen. Okay. Right. Okay, now you can see that I show you, you can see my screen or not, guys? Okay, good. So you go to, if one you install successfully, if you go to your C folder, you scroll down in your C folder here, okay, under the C folder, you can see this folder, XAMPP. It must be directly under C, okay? So under C here, these are all the things that you should have, okay? And there is a control on this part. You must start the service before it works for you, okay? But then you need to remember, where should you store your file? Before this, in the last week, I asked you to create your HTML file. So your HTML file is basically outside, put your window here, double click, the browser loaded, it works, right? But this week onwards, I want you to store your file in this XAMPP folder under this one, htdocs. Remember, your folder, your file, each project, each assignment must store in the htdocs. So you try to enter, for example, these are my project first, is my project here, right? It's my project, okay? So I try to enter it. You can see that inside here, there is a PHP file, okay? So one folder, one project, okay? One folder, one project. So let's say I try on this index first. So I try to open with, okay? Open with Atom. No. Okay. So we can play with the code that you guys learn in the slide. Okay. You can see these things. Okay. You can see these things. Okay. I need to stop sharing first. A moment. Okay, wait. Okay, wait, where is it? Okay, now I start to entire screen, share again. Okay, right, now you can see the screen, yeah? Okay, now this is the atom that you have. You can do your coding here. And when you save as inside XAMPP htdocs folder. Right? Of course, folder name, you can put whatever folder names you want. These folder names, you will use it and followed by the first page. And then, of course, others, things like documents, image, everything, you put into this folder. Okay? About your first assignment, your individual page, everything's inside here. Because I want you guys to see, okay, look at here, after you install, you see these things on my cursor here, this one, I start, you will see these things. Okay, you need to come back to here. So because I tag this, what you call icon into my taskbar, or if you go to, not this one, wait, I show you, where's my window? Okay, here, go back to this one, just now. Okay, my C folder. Under C folder, if you come back to here, you double click on the control, okay? Okay, sorry, cancel. No. Okay, the same thing will come back as you click on this one. Okay, so for the timing in these chapters for the PHP, you just need to start your Apache. Okay, once you start Apache, okay, you will see that it's detected running. Once it's working, everything okay, you click on admins, you will see that this page. If you can't see this page, your server got problems. Okay, so now, how can I try to go back to that things just now? Localhost first, and I try to type index.php. Okay, you see the output is here. Okay, the output is here, right? I want to see the localhost like this and the output. So if I try to stop it, okay, I go back to my page. I try to refresh it. You see that it's searching, and I couldn't find my page because it couldn't reach your server. Remember, this window is a browser, the first layer that you have. So this browser is going to interact with our web server, which is the Apache. Right? Okay? Clear? So Now what I need to do? I need to start again. I need to start my service. So I go back to here, I refresh it, come back here, right? It's back to here. So this code, all this code actually available in your slide. You need to try, okay? So I try to explain for you guys. Okay, if you look at this part, okay, here and here. Okay, I told you guys that in PHP it's quite free for you to do the coding, right? Okay, so this page I just call it as index.php. No longer HTML or HTML. So I start with the first line. What we call h1 hello.chan HTML with this one. So I got the HTML line. So I start with paragraph, okay, and this part basically is a PHP code that execute in your web services, right? Who is ding dong outside? Huh? Okay. So, so remember the PHP code actually is not execute in your browser. It's execute in the web server, which is Apache in this case. Okay. So when you try to work on it, hi, hello, you can see the hi, hello here. Okay. The answer is 42 because I tried to put calculate and 42 into this echo third line here. Okay, 6 times 7, which is 42, and put into this sentence and print it out. Answer is 7. Okay, and the answer is 7. Okay, what was the question again? What was the question again here? So this one, answer 7 actually is on here, this part. Okay, so you see, one I assigned to it. Both I use the variable $y, so I print the answer equal to what? 7. It makes sense lah. 1 put over here plus 6 equal to 7. So I got it here. So this one, you see this one, there's warning here. Okay, why it say warning here? You see what it say? Use the undefined constant x. Undefined constant x. Assume x, this will throw error in future versions of PHP, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what's happened here? Actually, it's over here, this part. How you solve this part here? What was happened? Someone can help me? Dollar sign, where's the dollar sign? Where should I place? Here, dollar sign X. This one, dollar sign X. Oh, so you means this dollar sign X. You think, huh? How about others? How about others? Do you think dollar sign X? Let's see, huh? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I try to save. Okay, and I try to refresh the page. Hey, still there's an error, man.
Doctor, should it be like double quote X?
Yeah.
The S1 is array, right?
Yes, you are right. So we try this one, huh? I save again. Okay, I try to refresh. Whoa, that is great. See, no more error. Okay, you can see it. Okay, so this is the things that I mentioned to you. Okay, it's quite free, but then you see that something wrong somewhere, right? So this is the what I want to show you. You guys must try yourself. Okay, your program won't crash. So you need to set out the environment and try to go through the slide by slide that I share with you. If you don't try, you don't know. Seriously, when coming to assessment or whatnot, okay, especially during the lab assessment 2 lab test, you're going to have a problem. Okay, so and then you can try on, okay, the next part. I try to consider this part. I create an array, assign what they call the value into date, okay, and then try to print out the stuff. So what I can see is this one, okay, or I want to make it better. I use var dump, okay, I use var dump here. You see the var dump here, so I can see better, which is the information here. Right? Why is string 5? Because there are 5 characters inside it. Okay, it's a string. Okay. So and then after that, you can try on the different way to work on the array. Okay, different way to work on the array. It works actually. Okay. So when you try to print out, you can see the index 0 and 1 here. Next, if you try to print this one, global variable, okay, you notice that it's empty. Why empty? Because in this request, there is no argument that's sent to the server. Okay? Over here, there's no argument at all. Okay? In your URL, there's no argument. Okay? But no worry, we go slowly. Later, you see some assignments, some tests later, okay? Especially come into no worry, for sure you're going to experience it. You're going to create one text field and then you need to click OK or submit, send it to the web server. Then you will see there's a line here, question mark, what is the Y value, X value, whatever value. Then you print this get, you see something inside here, okay, on this part. Now for the timing, you just need to know that this one is a global variable array. Okay, so and then print it, yes, another paragraph. Guys, this is what I want you guys to do before I give you the formal lab 2 next week. I don't want to give you an exercise first. From the previous assignment, you need to create your web page, isn't it? So I want you to show me, when you hands-on to me, it must be in this format, okay, in a local host, okay? Remember, if you come out with it's a C colon whatever things, the whole assignment is 0 marks. Yeah? Okay, you must under this environment. So you see, Atom is an editor for you to work on it. Okay, you can save into the C, your web server folder. Okay, under C, and try to search the XAMPP, SAMPP. And then go to htdocx here, create a new folder, and every time you save the file, whatever image, whatever things, put into that file. So here, I just use this one. Okay, I just use index. Of course, AA is another one because I try some programming. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so of course, you can create a link from this page to this page as well. Okay, okay, clear? All right. So any questions, guys? Next week, during the lab, I will pick some of you to share with me how is your page looks like. Okay. How many of you have you done your lab question 1? Anyone?
Yeah, I've done it.
You done it. So are you uploaded into the web server environment?
Not yet. You
Not
mean the
yet.
Apache?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. So you try on it. Okay. So you should have a second question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not only. Okay. You should have a second questions. So do it this week. You must done it. Next week you're going to have 2 more questions, which is more challenging. Okay. Next week, you're going to have a more challenging questions that you need to work on it. Wait, I need to come back to here. Okay. So those are things I want to share with you today. And next week, I will pick some of you to share with me your environment and also what you call the output from the environment. Okay, so next week, remember you must submit, okay, your lab 1 after the lab sections, which is 5 o'clock next week, right? So any questions, guys, before I leave it for you guys?
No, doctor.
Others?
No, doctor.
So far so good, huh? Okay, so I hope you guys can manage to install the things. Okay, this is a freeware, so you can search and try to download it and try to install on your PC. But remember, install only in the root of the C directory. Okay, install only on that. Otherwise, you need to set your path, this and that. Going to be another tedious job. Okay, we don't want to have that kind of issues. Okay, Kenya. So I hope next week when I pick you, you're able to present to me. Okay, Priscilla?
Yes, doctor. Okay.
Yeah. So have you installed or not? Have you installed this web server?
You mean Sam?
Yep.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Yeah. It's already available in the Putra Blast, all those things. Right?
Yes, doctor. I have to look on it.
Yeah, okay, guys. So you still have 2 more hours about this lab. I will leave it for you guys. But then try to spend your time to work on it, okay, to watch the video how they install it. Okay, but remember you must install at the C root directory. Okay, go to the root C directory. Okay, then try to start the services and then try to write a simple code on your what you call this atom and save into that htdocs and then try to execute. Okay, remember that you must try from where I share again. That screen. Share. Remember, you must turn this thing on. Your senior those days, I don't know what kind of I'm not sure whether he or she pay attention during the class or not. So he never turned on this thing. You don't need to turn on the MySQL because we are not in touch with this database server yet. Okay, no need to start this one. You need to start this part and then go to the admins, and of course you can start work on here. Try to see the output from this part. Just key in the what you call okay. Just now talking about the PHP manual, right? Okay, so you can try to take a look on this part as well. Okay, it comes within your exam. Okay, the manual, everything you can click over here. Okay, so after here you can try to go to directly to your root, your folder in your htdocs, and then followed by the file what abc.php, what are things, the index file. Okay, we start from there.
Doctor.
Yep.
What about the MySQL exam? When we are going to use it, the MySQL?
MySQL, we come to that after our PHP topics done. Means
because
that
whenever I start MySQL inside XAM, it doesn't work. Like it shows me some errors.
Why?
I don't know.
I know already. You took your database. You took your database application development already.
Yeah.
Then voucher. You know why? Because it's the port. It's a port issue. Okay.
So what should I do?
So you see, on this part, when I turn on my MySQL, I do have a port here. Okay, I do have a port here. Okay.
Okay.
If you already use this port in your what they call Oracle, you use Oracle, right?
I use I use MySQL.
No, I mean you use other database server for your database application development courses, right?
No, I was using XAM, the same one. With
Okay.
yeah, with the Apache one, the Tomcat.
Okay. Exactly this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but most of the time, if you start this one, you can't see this one on. You see my status on already, running, my database application on already. Okay,
Okay,
if
so
you can,
I need to check out on that, right?
yeah, if you're on, you go to admin, you should see these things. Okay,
Okay.
so this thing actually you can work from here. You can work from the what you call command prompt. I will share with you on that when we come to that part. Okay, so if on, you should able come back to here. This is your database server already. Okay, so okay, where is it now? Right? Okay, come to here already. So and then at this point you no need to start this one. And most of the time when you start is fail. Oh, okay, guys, you need to get this thing ready as well. The XAMPP must be on, but then we're going to use the MySQL after next week. Means that in 2 more weeks, we're going to come back to MySQL, because after 2 more weeks, we're going to go to the MySQL. Okay, in 2 more weeks. I just need 1 week to complete the SQL, because I assume that you guys are familiar with the SQL, because you guys took the database application developments. So that one is 1 semester. Here I just use 2 hours to wrap up, recap the things. Okay, so most of the time when your MySQL is not working because of this port, go to Google search how to reassign the port. The existing port assigned to others. Okay, and this one set it to 3306. Okay, the same port that we use. Remember in the lecture I did mention to you, the web server we use the port 80. You see, is default 80. Okay, right? So don't ask me how
Sorry,
to
Doctor,
configure.
are you sharing the screen? Are you sharing your screen
Yeah,
now?
yeah. You didn't see?
Can't see that. Couldn't see that.
Wait. Present now entire screen. How you know I share my screen, but now only you ask, huh?
I realized a long time ago.
Yeah, you should stop me. I thought so much already. Then now only you say. Wait, now you can see my screen?
Yes, Doctor, now can see.
Yeah, you are so bad, you guys. Okay, now I read again. Next time when I talk, when I share the screen, you must stop me. Okay, so you see this MySQL. If I stop it, okay, you won't see the port. Okay, and also the ID I use it. Okay, so when you install this XAMPP successfully, for this and next week, you just need to use the Apache. Okay, Apache, this part. This one no need to install, okay? Because when you start install the things, they ask you to install all these things, right? No need. I just need Apache and also MySQL for these courses. Okay? So when you start it, if you see the port, okay? So and then you go to admin, you should see this one, this page. If you see this one, means your web server loaded successfully. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, if you start your MySQL, you can see the port is coming out. Okay, it uses this port to communicate. Okay, between your web server and also a database server. Just like this port, just like we need to connect from one platform to another platform. Okay, so which port to talk about it? Okay, so if your MySQL installed successfully, you go to admin, you should see these things. This is your database server already. Okay, it's already your database servers here. This one, I will come to you in 2 more weeks. Next week, we still stick on the PHP. Okay, I'm going to complete the whole PHP next week. And then after that, we will move to the MySQL. Okay? So, and then I don't need this one. And most of the time, when you try to enable your MySQL, your port number could be different. Okay? Because in one platform, you cannot have 2 port, conflict port. Okay? So you need to search from the, what they call, Google search, how to reassign your database or SQL port for what application. You need to search the solutions for that. Okay, so I want to know, anyone in this class, you managed to install the XAMPP? Anyone here? Who? Ya, Zam. Siapa yang dapat the install dah? Oh, Faris dah install dah. Okay, so you managed to turn on your web server and so database server? Yeah. Yes, huh? Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, at least there's a students to do it. Okay, so Faris, you try to execute the things, okay, through the, like what I shared you just now. Okay, so anyone have a problem, please refer to Faris. Huh? Who else? Who
Hey,
else?
doctor. Hey, doctor.
Ayman. Okay, Ayman.
Yes.
You managed to install the XAMPP as well?
Yes, before a lot time ago.
Okay,
Before the
good.
course.
Okay, good. That's good. So, guys, to this week, try to do some revision. Try the code in the web server in your Atom and try to open from the local host. Then prepare all the things. Okay. Next week we're going to wrap up the whole PHP and we move to database. Okay. Clear, guys?
Clear.
Okay, anyone have a problem, refer to your friends. Your friends, at least they managed to do it. But if you watch through the video that I share with you, I don't see there's a problem for that. Okay? So, any other questions before I stop?
Doctor, today you are gonna upload this session on Butcher Blast?
Yeah. No. Okay, the sections for this part, I'm doing after the lecture, I'm not going to upload because I didn't record it.
Yeah, I mean the lecture of today.
Yeah, of course. The one I will upload it. Okay, if you notice that in the Putra Blast, I can't upload the video directly. I share in the Google Drive. If you go to the Putra Blast, on top of it, I put the link there, recorded video. You saw that?
Yes.
So all the video I will put into the Google Drive.
Okay.
Okay. So I can't upload directly into the Putra Blast because there's a limitation of the what they call file size. So I upload the video into Google Drive, but there's only one link. So that's a link get into my Google Drive. Don't edit the video. You can just watch. Okay?
Yeah, the Google Drive needs request for the access, right?
No. I open for public.
Okay.
Okay? I open for public.
Okay.
Okay? So any other questions, guys?
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, if no, I stop here. Take your attendance, guys. Everyone. Don't forget to take attendance. Okay? Putra Blast, take your attendance. Okay? So I stop here. Bye, everyone.
Bye, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bye.
doctor.
All right.